Hello, my name's Shahan Chowdhury. I'm a lecturer at Anglia Ruskin University, London. My research specialism is in language and literacy. So, in today's talk, which is titled Fundamentals of Research, I split it up into two areas. The first section will look at what we mean by research, and then the following section would look at some of the key considerations to be thinking about as we in the thinking planning stage of research. So what I'd like you to all start off with is possibly to type up this question on the screen, or to get a sheet of paper and to type up the question of research is. So in your mind, what would you say research is? So I'd give you about, if you want to pause the video for about half a minute and come back to it and then listen to the following part where we discuss what research actually is. Great. So please feel free to type in your answer on the comment section of this YouTube video, or the comment section as you can find below. And then do feel free to share and like, subscribe to this video because would be a great help. Now let's delve into this topic, looking at what we understand by research. So first and foremost is we conceptualize research as to find out something. So I, for instance, may want to find out what the population of a certain area is. I may want to investigate, and by investigate, I'm saying try to get down into the deep-rooted cause of something, or I may want to investigate a relationship between two aspects. Let's say, what is the relationship between carbon monoxide levels within a specific area and traffic-related illnesses? So effectively, what's really happening is within the research process, or during the first stage of what is research, I've actually got an underlying question in my mind that I am trying to tackle, trying to address, or investigate. Now, let's move on to the next aspect, the key consideration. So here we'll be looking at and what are some of the areas we ought to consider before even embarking on research. So the first aspect I talk about is area. Now, when I say area, I'm talking about you, whether you're an undergraduate student, a master's level student, possibly even doing A levels, college level. What is your actual discipline that you're involved in? And what is the topic area? So we've got, or subject, you could say. So let's say, for example, my area would be language and linguistics. So if I were to further refine that, my specific area would be grammar and writing. So my area of research is language and linguistics, as well as grammar and writing. Now, then the next point we come on to is the niche. So I'd just like to say that going through these questions is important because it will help you to sort of refine your thinking as to where you're going as a researcher, irrespective of all those levels you're at. So the next aspect we talk about is the niche. So, for example, so here you'd want to be asking yourself is, what specific area of research do I want to look at? What is let's say you're doing language and literacy or grammar and writing, for instance. So in my area, I'm very much interested in how having grammatical understanding can improve writing outcomes. Or for instance, what are some of the fundamental aspects of grammatical knowledge that teachers of English require to teach Key Stage 1 to Key Stage 5, for instance? So this is very much the niche area. The next question or next aspect to be thinking about is the rationale. So why? That is a why and a so what question. So why is researching about ABC important? Who will it benefit? So you can ask a so what question. Why is this research needed? So take my area, for example, about grammar, grammatical understanding. I could put together a very strong argument that having grammatical knowledge and understanding can be of significant help in developing writers. The other question, or the other key consideration, is the type of research you'd want to do. Now, do you want to do quantitative research, which is number-based, number crunching? So, for instance, my wanting to go out and find out the population of an area, what are the age of those people, the average ages, where are other people mostly over 60? Are they between the 16s to 30s, the 31s to 49s, for example? That would be classed as quantitative research. Then the qualitative research takes really snippets, extracts. It seeks to understand the world through people's thoughts, feelings, and experiences. There is another type of research which is a combination of the two, with what we call mixed methods research, but I'll discuss the all 3 points actually in much more detail in a further video. Then, importantly, what is the goal of a research? So where we talk about aim, what is it we're looking to investigate specifically, and why? So what am I actually looking to do? So the aim should be, following on from the research aim, let's say I want to investigate or the link between CO2 and traffic related illnesses. That would then lead me on to what we call a research question, and that is something you'd need to derive or compose, which would be your overriding question that you're going to use to help you throughout the research process, right from the beginning of let's say if you were writing up your research report, right to the end, where you're constantly going back to the research question. So I'll just put research question there. And then another key consideration to think about is bias. So ensuring that any research we do, that it's free of bias. And by this, I'm really talking about the importance of research to be objective, where it's fair, it develops a sound understanding of what is out there for you to observe, and as opposed to being subjective and emotional. So all of these factors would eventually contribute to what we call a research design, which is a way of packaging or formulating your research before you conduct it. But a lot more would be talked about this in another video. So the reference slide is here. This is one book I've used, Research Methods in Applied Linguistics by the late Zoltan Dornier. It's a 2007 book. It's a very useful book, which you can refer to and find out more about regarding what I've been talking about. Thank you very much for listening. Do like and subscribe to this channel, please, and share this video. Feel free to forward any comments or questions, and I'll do my best to try and get back to as many of them as I can. Thank you.